I'm here with famed political activist Ronnie Reeferseed on October 30th, 2012 as night's approaching. How are you doing today, Ronnie?
Hey, I couldn't be happier.
Well, Ronnie was at Travis County Commissioner's Court today. This is Tuesday, October 30th, 2012. And first we want to hear from Ronnie his speech, and then he's going to tell us some shocking facts about what occurred today in the Travis County Commissioner's Court chambers. Go ahead, Ronnie, and read us your speech that you gave on item 27 today.
Number 27. First off, I wonder why item number 27 was delayed until 1:30. Could it be nobody here or in China, I looked at the Chinese delegation, wanted to hear from people like me? Question number 1. Do Austin City and Travis County taxpayers have to pay for this delegation to establish friendly city and county relationships with two communist Red Chinese political entities, receive and of course give gifts and consider requests for reciprocal invitations and take appropriate action? That was Judge Bisco's wording on this resolution. So my question number 2 was, if so, does Austin City and Travis County pay for and present similar delegations to, for example, the supposedly non-existent nuclear weapon-armed power Soviet Union, the world's number 2 nuclear power, and or to yet another nuclear-armed power, North Korea? How about Cuba? How about the Sudan? And if not, why not? These are all tyrannical, oppressive, totalitarian, murderous regimes, but none of them come even close to the absolutely evil communist Red China's war on the unborn. Murderous, evil abortions are mandatory state policy there. Don't you get that? Miss Eckhart, nowhere on the planet, at no time in the history of mankind has any regime even come close to communist Red China's pogrom of brutal executions of especially little girl babies. Sex-selected execution of completely innocent little girls is illegal by international standards we're all supposed to obey, by the way, even China. Please make note, Ms. Eckhart, Gomez, and Huber, and all you women and girls who are listening, watching, and paying attention, this horrific, shameful scheme to legitimize in any way Communist Red China's ongoing genocidal evil, kill those babies program, it's evil. Commissioners, as a baby-loving, concerned citizen, I'm begging you all to forget about your slimy bribery, special favors, gifts, and you got for this. Please hear my please hear. I know I'm not alone, screaming no. Let's all just say no thanks to legitimizing in any way this evil, baby-killing regime. Again, unparalleled in human history. It's barbaric and phenomenally shameful for any of us, especially you so-called representatives of us here in the U.S. It's shameful for you to just pretend to look the other way, to turn a blind eye to communist Red China's ongoing state policy to slaughter the most helpless, completely innocent citizens, i.e. babies. Take this opportunity here and now to cancel this evil, legitimizing delegation to save precious taxpayer dollars at least, because many, many baby-loving citizens like me reject and refuse your so-called decision to legitimize in any way China's evil pogrom to execute babies, especially girl babies. I'm shocked that even abortion-loving Commissioner Eckhart demonstrates a total lack of sensitivity to the evil communist Red China's ongoing program to kill little girls. Like Chuck U. Farley trip to England, everyone involved in this slimy, blatant bribery should be thrown out of office and thrown in jail.
So that was the end of your speech. What happened while you're giving a speech and immediately after? Please describe succinctly to the audience.
Well, Commissioner Eckhart was continually trying to interrupt me and trying to cut me off, tell me, oh, you can't speak.
And what did Judge Sam Bisco, County Judge Sam Bisco, do?
Well, he was also along with that kind of idea, but not as vocal as Eckhart. But once I was done, he said, okay, security, take him out of here. It was just like Mayor Leffingwell did to me at the city.
What was the reason they took you out of the room, Ronnie? What did they state as his reason?
He didn't get stated reason. He just threw me out of there.
And who took you into custody? Or who kidnapped you momentarily?
Two sheriff deputies. Two sheriff...
What were their names? Do you know their names?
I got it written down somewhere. I don't have it right here.
Okay.
I got their badge numbers and their names, and in fact, that was the reason they took me. They took me outside, and then when I turned to them and asked them for their badge numbers, they said, "Okay, that's it." And that's when they put the handcuffs on me and threatened with taking me to jail.
And were you abused by the sheriff in that capacity? As the sheriff's agents seized you and removed you from the chamber without any sort of criminal charge?
Exactly. I think it was ridiculous. They gave into it, and I kept saying, "Look, you know the Constitution. You swear to uphold and defend and protect the Constitution." They said, "No, we're doing what Judge Biscoe says."
Okay.
And so they went outside, and and like I said, I just asked for their badge numbers and their names, which I know they have to give me. But instead, they responded by putting me in handcuffs and.
So they put you in handcuffs because you asked for their badge number?
That's exactly right. And
did they give you a charge ever? Did they state the charge or cite a verbal warning?
No, I just kind of argued with them about it. They didn't have any right to do that, and I kept trying to remind them that they swear to uphold the Constitution. And then finally they came to their senses and said, "Well, no," the commanding officer said, "Well, go ahead and call back and say to cancel the 700, whatever code."
Taking you to jail.
Yeah.
Cancel taking you into jail.
Yeah,
for no charge.
That. Right. And
okay.
And they took off my
And
handcuffs.
what did the... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, and then they took off my handcuffs.
And then what? They said you're free to go?
You got to get out of here. You get out of the property.
You're free to go.
Yeah. Well, they didn't use that phrase, but yeah, they told me to get out. Get out.
And what did Judge Biscoe say that you were banned for when you were leaving? He said, "Don't come back here for a month," or what did he say?
Right. He said, you're
he
banned
threatened
here for a month. And then the police, as they were escorting me out, they said it's actually a month and a week.
Did Judge Biscoe threaten you verbally? Did the county judge, who's presiding officer of Travis County Commissioner's Court, Judge Biscoe, County Judge Sam Biscoe, did he verbally threaten you with returning, that you would be arrested?
He told me not to come back for a month, and then they told me it was actually a month and a week.
Okay.
I think it was the officers who told me it would be criminal trespassing.
And one last thing, Ronnie, and then I'll let you say a closing statement. What did the Chinese Communist government paid officials do as you were being taken out of the room for no reason, no charge?
They all clapped. They were just thrilled. They were clapping. Nobody else in the room was clapping.
They love the oppression.
Yeah, they dig that part. They're into that.
I hate to tell you, my friend, but if you would have been in China, you would already be a goner right now. They would have killed you.
They probably so.
Ronnie, do you have anything else to tell the audience about what happened today before we say goodbye for tonight?
It just shocks me. I've been doing this literally week after week after week for 4 years, and I never say what they want to hear, but they've never done this to me. They've never called the cops, the security over and escorted me out, and never banned me for any amount of time, which is frankly very similar to what Mayor Leffingwell did to me also. He said, he called over the authorities and they escorted me out, threw me out for a year. And then here, months later, the Travis County Commissioner's Court did virtually the same thing to me.
You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like it could have been a potential conspiracy to deny your rights, which is illegal according to federal statutes.
Yes, I agree.
Anything else you'd like to add, Ronnie, before we say goodbye tonight?
I think we summed it up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with me today.
Thank you, sir.